What is going on, Jets fans? Appreciate you stopping in. Zach Wilson. It's kind of been pile on Zach Wilson week, right? The national media, everyone's jumping in, chiming in with their takes on the number 2 overall pick, and it's been an emotional conversation with Jets fans. I'm not trying to get into all that today because I just want to hone in on one specific on-the-field problem that I think should be relatively easy to fix, and I'm not the one who noticed it. This is Dan Orlovsky, Kurt Warner, calling it out on Twitter, and it's been the last 2 games in a row at Denver and at home against New England were the very first play of the game, again, according to Dan Orlovsky and dittoed by Kurt Warner. Trent Dilfer chiming in, so you got 3 Super Bowl rings in there and the guy who went out of the back of the end zone for a safety for whatever that's worth. I was saying that on the first play of the game, for example, against the Patriots, that Zach Wilson is not looking at the correct primary read of this route concept. It's a very simple route concept. According to Kurt Warner, he says it's a slant and flat. And Kurt Warner is saying you're supposed to look at that slant first because when you watch the first pass attempt against New England, Garrett Wilson comes across for a slant. Now there is a window there, but by NFL standards, it's wide open. It's a first down, easy move the chains. But Zach Wilson doesn't even look that way, and Zach Wilson throws behind running back Michael Carter. Now, the bad throw to start the game, whatever. You make one bad throw, who cares? But to me, the bigger issue is like, what is going on there? Because number one, Mike LaFleur, he's not going to be implementing this very basic route concept incorrectly. I have a hard time believing that. And Zach Wilson's not going to go out there and do something that his coach is not telling him to do on the very first scripted play that they walked through and everything. So it's got to be some sort of miscommunication. Somebody's not on the same page there. And it was the same thing last week where Orlovsky was pointing out again, where Tyler Conklin comes out on a stick route. It's right there. And according to that route concept, whatever you want to call it, spider wide 2 banana, I don't know. But the former pros, according to them, that should be the first read. It should be right there. But Zach Wilson's eyes don't even look there. And we've had a really big issue starting games. And Zach Wilson, to me, he is such a rhythm and confidence-dependent quarterback. And once that rhythm gets going, you see he starts cooking. And once the rhythm is lost, it's really hard for him to gain it back. And we've had 3 and outs on our first possession the last 3 games. And this is really huge. You can't just give away the first play of your game with an incompletion where either the coach is telling him the wrong thing or the quarterback is doing the wrong thing. The blame game doesn't even matter. I don't even know. We just got to figure it out. And we got to get on the same page. And this should be an easy fix, like immediate. That's one thing with Zach Wilson, the footwork, the patience, the offensive line is not good. I don't know how, if, or when we solve all those things. I'm just hoping and rooting as a fan. But this, to me, should be like against Buffalo. Fix that. Because speaking of Buffalo, we've been able to lean on the defense and the special teams and Zach Wilson playing as a game manager for a 4-game win streak. Awesome. Nothing cheap in the NFL. You earned every single one of those wins. But you're playing Buffalo now twice. You got the Miami Dolphins high-flying offense with Tua on your schedule. You got the 2 seed of the NFC. And Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson and company can put 30 on you without breaking a sweat. So we're going to need to level up this offense. And to me, that is a really first easy step. I look forward to Michael LaFleur and Zach getting on the same page so this offense can start taking flight a little bit earlier in games. Subscribe if you're new, and we'll talk Jets football really soon.